in year 12, we would have called this finding C. All right, so it's pretty much the same thing. But what you need to understand is it's actually a solution that you're finding. You're not finding C. You're finding which particular solution out of a family of curves is the one you actually want. All right. So when you anti-differentiate, and let's say that you had this particular graph, all right, last year, and this was the first derivative. If we anti-differentiate, what we know about that graph is that we've got turning points at these 2 points. So we knew to go like this, all right, and we still should know now. And we know we've got a positive parabola, so it came from a positive cubic. And you were told, just make sure that your maximum hits that line and your minimum hits that line, and it doesn't really matter where it goes unless you've been given a point to go through. So what we're saying here is that the particular blue thing could go anywhere. It could go here. It could go here. And which one of these you actually want can be sorted out by being told that you need a certain point. So if we were told the solution has to go through here, then we know that that particular point was the one that had to go through. We know that that particular solution was the one we needed. All right, so it's unlikely you'll get that question because it was a level 2 question, but you could. But what they're going to do for you is that basically we're using that knowledge and understanding an application. So last year you were told to anti-differentiate and find C. This year we're integrating to find the particular solution we're interested in, and we're still finding C. Not a lot of difference. So when we're finding C, we need a hint. And that hint usually is a coordinate. So like 2, 10 is on the original. Or we could be told that f of 2 equals 6, which is the same sort of thing, same sort of message. So that's going to give you that particular solution, all right? Real easy one, let's just put a real easy one in there. If f dashed of x equals 2x minus 6 and 2, 4 is on f of x, find f of x. Or something much better written, but that's the idea, right? So all we have to do is integrate or anti-differentiate to find out what that actually is. So we get x squared minus 6x plus c. Then we make 2, 4, so 4 equals 2 squared minus 6 times 2 plus c. So we've got 12 equals c. So therefore f of x is x squared minus 6x plus c. Okay, nothing particularly difficult about that. Yes? All right, so then they go into second order derivatives. All right, so a second order derivative either d squared y by dx squared or f dash double dashed of x or something like that. So we're talking about our second derivative. They just like to have that order word in there. If we're going backwards from this, we're going to end up either we're going to have to find C twice, all right? So to find C or find the constant of differentiation, of integration twice, we need 2 hints. And it's quite common for them to use f of 0, and I'll show you why. So once we started, we've got f of x equals 2x minus 1. F dashed of x equals x squared minus x plus c. And then f of x is equal to x cubed over 3 minus x squared over 2 plus cx plus d. I'm going to put d on. Yes, thank you. So there's two ways of doing it. You can go to there and find out what C is, then you can go to here and find out what D is. It doesn't matter whether you do that. There are questions where they won't give you this hint, but they'll give you two of these. And if they give you two of those, they're expecting you to use simultaneous equations to work it out. So you could end up having a simultaneous equation to solve. But ultimately, once you go through, you've got f dashed of 1 has to be 5. So 1 squared minus 1 plus c. 1 minus 1, so c has to be 5. And f of 0 equals 8. When they have a 0 in it, obviously you put 0 in any of these, they're all going to vanish. So like any understanding, that's the initial function. What's the initial function's value is the constant. So therefore the 8 is going to be d. So you don't actually need to go through and put that 0 in and cube it and things. So when we've got our answer, we've got f of x equals x cubed over 3 minus x squared over 2 plus 5x plus 8. All right, fairly straightforward sort of a lesson.